Not the first rip on it, but one of the first. This is the Scrambler Triumph. I'm not sure how loud this mic's going to be. This is my first time using this setup, and I'm in a Bell Bullet helmet, which is not the quietest helmet, but let's just take this for a rip and see how it works. I'm at 4th gear right now, about 55 miles an hour and 3,500 RPM. Works pretty well. So this mirror is a little vibrating a little bit. I put the GoPro mount on it, and you can see it's just made a huge difference in vibration compared to this mirror, which is no vibration anywhere. So up to about 70 miles an hour. Originally the wind was, I found it really hard on the chest and the helmet until I got a little bit used to it. It's been a while since I've ridden a naked bike, anything with this style. But once I got used to it, it was, it's not an issue. Cruising at rate 60 right now, and it's 60 miles an hour, and the wind's not noticeable. You get a cross breeze, you can feel that, but just like on any other bike. Even up there cruising at 80, it's not bad. Initial ride with this, the suspension was really stiff. The steering was really stiff. It's loosened up a little bit. It sucks in some of the bumps. It's still not a scrambler or an off-road bike. Even the little bumps on the road, those little cracks and stuff, you feel them. It's definitely not an off-road bike, and despite the Scrambler name, but it's not unbearable. I was looking online for info about the Scrambler, and I couldn't find anything other than overseas. There's some good reviews about the older Scramblers. Not a lot. There's a lot about the Street Twin, but there's not many about this Scrambler. So I figured I'd give it a shot. Just my initial impressions. Really well built for low end torque. You can really feel the pep in that 900 or 865 cc's, whatever it is. You can really feel that. The bike's got a nice sound. It's not overbearing. Right now I don't have my earplugs in, and it's not overbearing. The sound on the bike, the helmet wind noise is obviously an issue, but the bike itself isn't loud. It's got a nice little throaty rumble when you start out, and then it sort of tapers off as you progress through the gears. The open roads in Maine, much nicer than the roads in Massachusetts. The looks of the bike appeal to me. These mirrors, functional, a little gaudy. If there's one thing I would change right off the bat, it would be the mirrors. That USB port under the seat, so you can run a line up here for my phone or for your GPS, whatever you want. The dash has got, a lot of bells and whistles. It gives me, obviously the speedometer, and it's got a tach. It tells you what gear you're in. It's got a fuel gauge built into the side right here, and then just with this info button here, off to the left by your clutch hand, you can scroll through. So far it's 253 miles on it. This trip, 18 miles since I've filled up, 154 miles on trip 2. Right now I'm getting about 75 miles to the gallon right now, which is kind of a cool feature. I haven't driven the air-cooled, and I'm sure it would have been, it's a fine bike. The liquid cooled with this, you know, parallel twin is a really nice torquing machine. Again, I'm 4th gear right now and I'm just cruising at 60. It's, you know, it's comfy. There's no vibration. The bike doesn't vibrate. It's still got torque and forth. It's only a 5-speed tranny, but you know, I haven't reached the top of the 5th gear yet, so I'm not too concerned. You know, I'm the first to complain when people with loud pipes drive by my house. Not so much one guy or girl or whatever, but when there's, you know, 20 or 30 bikes, that gets annoying. But, you know, there's something to be said about that crowd. Like, this is unintentional. It's subtle, it's refined noise, as opposed to that, you know, let's just take out the straight pipes. Let's just take everything out and just let the exhaust come out. And it's, you know, this is a little bit more refined, if I would say. It's not quite as sharp as some of those exhausts, so it's not as annoying or irritating, I guess. Still not, still can be loud. So we're at a boat launch. I don't know what's down here. Let's see. We're off-road, boys and girls. We're off-road. It's handling itself so far. It's crazy. This is the first real test. The muffler, the exhaust, doesn't get hot. These are, you know, I thought they'd be hot. You know, I can touch them. You can still definitely feel the heat, but it's not too hot. That exhaust is really sharp looking. You know, it's just a really good looking bike. Those boots are nice looking. I wish the fork was blacked out and those headlight and handlebars were black. But it looks pretty good nonetheless. Go mudding for the first time. No jumps for this bad boy, but if you look, I guess you probably can't see it with this, but on this side with the exhaust, it's your foot has to be standing up. It's just at a weird angle, unless you're bow-legged like a cowboy. Bow-legged in your shin, I guess. It's not going to work real well for standing up, but it's okay. I guess I can. It just forces your leg out at a weird angle, so you can't get to the brake. Speaking of brakes, single disc Nissan, Nissan, the front, single on the back as well. It brakes adequately. Once you get up around 80 kilometers an hour, of course, it gets a little you know, you can feel that lack of power at the top end. This bike's built for low end, but this has got more than adequate enough power in the top end for just, you know, for cruising. You know, cruising at 60 right now, it's pretty much a dream compared to the KLR. Definitely got a lot of wind hitting me in the chest, or the GoPro, but it's constant. You know, it's not buffeting. It's still got enough torque to push me back. It's not a Gixxer or anything like that, but it's still, in fifth, it's still got enough torque to push me back.